My name's Tia, and this is my first YouTube video, and I've wanted to start YouTube for a while, but this is the first, actually time that I think might work out. And I've filmed with, friends and stuff, but, I've never actually filmed with, we never actually got into, film the whole video. We only made it through the intro, because it was so hard. I don't know, we were just so, camera shy and stuff, and I think I still am, but I don't know. So, today, we are going to read scary stories. I hate scary stories, but I love them at the same time. I hate them at the same time, too. Whenever I hear them, my eyes water so bad. So bad. One time I was watching this one conspiracy theory video with Shane Dawson. Yeah, I was watching the video with my friend Hannah, and after 2 minutes of the video, it looked like I was bawling my eyes out, and there was teardrops down everywhere. Oh, so scary. So we had to stop watching it, even though I've watched them so many times. Just that one video made my eyes water so bad. So I searched scary short stories to tell in the dark. Okay, so this first story is called The Licked Hand. I think I heard of this one, but let's just read it. A young girl named Lisa often had to spend a lot of time. I can't read. Sorry. A young girl named Lisa often had to spend time alone at home at night. As her parents worked late, they bought her a dog to keep her company and protect her. One night, Lisa was awakened by a dripping sound. She got up and went to the kitchen to turn off the tap properly. As she was getting back into bed, she stuck her hand under the bed and the dog licked it. The dripping sound continued, so she went to the bathroom and made sure the tap was turned off there, too. She went back to her bedroom and stuck her hand underneath the bed and the dog licked it again. But the dripping continued, so she went out and turned off all the faucets out there. She came back to the bed, stuck her hand under it, and the dog licked it again. Why does she keep, here, dog, lick my hand, yay. What? The dripping continued. Drip, drip, drip. This time she listened and located the source of the dripping. It was coming from her closet. She opened the closet door and there found her poor dog hanging upside down with its neck cut. Written on the window, the inside of the cupboard was, "Humans can lick too." My eyes are already starting to water. Oh my gosh. That's not even that scary. I think I've heard of that. Oh my gosh. Okay, story number 2. So, the next one is, who's hiding in the back seat? One night, a woman went out for drinks with her girlfriends. She left the bar fairly late at night, got in her car and got onto the deserted highway. She noticed a lone pair of headlights in her rearview mirror, approaching at the same pace, just slightly quicker than hers. As the car pulled up behind her, she glanced and saw the turn signal on. The car was going to pass when suddenly it swerved back behind her, pulled up dangerously close to her tailgate, and flashed its bright lights. Now she was getting nervous. The lights dimmed for a moment, and then the bright came back on her car, and the car behind her surged forward. The frightened woman struggled to keep her eyes on the road and fought the urge to look at the car behind her. Finally, her exit approached, but the car continued to follow, flashing the brights periodically. Through every stoplight and turn, it followed her until she pulled up in her driveway. She figured her only hope was to make a mad dash into the house and call the police. As she flew from the car, so did the driver of the car behind her, and he screamed, "Lock the door and call the police. Call 911." When the police arrived, the horrible truth was finally revealed to the woman. The man in the car had been trying to save her. As he pulled up behind her and his headlights illuminated her car, he saw the silhouette of a man with a butcher knife, raising it from the back seat to stab her. So he flashes bright lights and can the figure crouched back down. Oh. It's not that scary. Like, I feel like I've already read these. Seriously. Better if you literally just got stabbed over and over again. And I don't know. Oh, it was dark. Apparently there's more of the story. So, it's an urban legend. Oh, there's not more of the story. Okay, the last two stories that I read, I know where they're from now. They're like scary stories to tell in the dark. If you know what I'm talking about, like, at the library, at our school, like, the school that I go to, but like in elementary school, there's these books, and they're called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and there were like 3 of them, and like everybody always wanted to read them, and like some kids weren't even like allowed to read them because they were like scary and their parents just wouldn't. But I always wanted to check them out, so I always like try to check them out, and if like a person had it, I still kept the book even though like I finished reading it. So like there's another book like got checked back in so I could check it out. But like, if like, comment down below if you remember those stories. Those stories were like the best. Even though like I couldn't sleep at night, I still read them all the time. But like, me and my friends were talking about that the other day. Do you remember like the one with like the thumb buried into the ground, and like, I don't know, and the like butcher that like eats people alive? Like they like come into the shop, and then like he goes like to the back and like stabs them or stuff, and like makes meat out of them. That's why people are like, "Ooh, this meat's so good. Like, what's it made out of?" And he's like, "Oh, it's this special seasoning, like, and stuff." And like this one guy went in there and like he chased him around with a butcher knife to like the police came. Oh my god. But like, yeah, I remember those stories so well. Like, those were like my childhood. Like, I just loved those stories. But like, comment down below if you remember those, because those were like the best stories ever. Okay, that is all I have for you guys today, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it and liked it. And follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, and leave a like down below and a comment. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and bye. Fuzzy socks. It's my feet. I don't want any dog licking my feet. If you know what I mean. So it might not be a dog. It might be a human. You didn't know.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome.